Install this crankshaft end seal and oil pan and oil pump and some another parts, but my memory card was broken. I'm from Finland. VW Caravelle Syncro.
I am Sami and I want to be Overlander. This is my ego.
I took off the engine from the engine stand because of that end seal. I couldn't install it there. Because of that, one memory card is broken. I don't have any videos of that. I filmed everything, but I can't restore anything. But now the next thing, I'm start to assembling the cylinder head. Yeah, what a piece of art. It's looking very nice. Everything is seated perfect and no cracks. This looking absolutely fine. Stunning, this cylinder head. This tapered end of the shaft is the timing end. Yeah, let's read some book and check what we need to do. Yeah, I have a Victor range cylinder head gasket, and this is a 1 knot. I don't know what is this. I named this hole here. So this is the correct thickness of the seal, and there is several layers, 3 layers. So my block is clean, so let's go fit this. And I put those dowels on the place, so I should be able to locate the correct position for the head. And everything should be fine here. So then we just put the head gasket here, and the instruction says, I'm already checked the cleanness of the all threads. The bolts go all the way down, nice and easy. So they should be clean. Instruction manual say you could use some kind of, you can use old bolt to make your own thread cleaning tool, and you could use old bolts also as a guide rods to put the cylinder head on. I'm going to clean a little bit of this excessive oil here. Check this surface is clean and the timing be in the correct position, that you need to be very sure. I could see it from the in this, here is this slot, and you can see the position of the camshaft, and so those dowels goes behind this edge, so you cannot actually guide the cylinder head with those. So these are just for the head gasket. I need to cut couple of old bolts. So I make this kind of guiding pins. We could put them in the threads here, and there is a slot so I can unscrew this off. Now we should be able to put the cylinder head onto place. So anything is clean, the head is clean, and I should be able to fit this in the hole. Like that. Yeah, and as you see, those dowels be out of the cylinder head. So now it goes all the way. It's clean and anything should be fine. Perhaps I need to put some racks on the injector hole so I don't need any dirt ripping in there. And then we have found the bolts. Actually this hole, I show you, this is the dowels hole, but here is this, how many 𝐓𝐘𝐄 head gasket has. So here is the 1 knot, and this is the front side of your car, fuel pump side, so you can locate it here. If you go to check, you are going to buy car, you could see here is their original head gasket or original thickness, because usually they put always the 3 knots gasket if there's not measuring. This cylinder head bolts needs to be lubricated under the head and the treads, and I have a Victor range bolts also as my head gasket. So let's put this on. I'm going to use this installation oil. I think this is good for the engine. So just lubricate the tread and the washer. And the instruction manual say don't drop the bolts. So I just take the Holy Bible here. I could see the torque order for the bolts. The state one is 40. Tightening order goes like this: first, second, third, fourth, and then fifth, sixth, and seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th. So let's start. Anything should be fine now, and we have 40 newtons. And one thing new I learned today is to never try to torque a steady bolt. So if you stop it, you try to turn it again, it's the problem. So you should continue like this, don't stop. Then you can have a correct moment. Then 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. Fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. So you should always have a specific torque when you start and don't stop. You should continue all the way to that moment. Torque 9, 10, 11, 12. The first sequence is the first phase is there. Then we take the 60 Newton meters 5-cylinder engine in vehicle repair procedures, stage 2, 60 newtons, and start from here. Well, so there is a 4 stage. The first and second is done, and then we take the angle tightening. But there is a problem. My angle gauge is very bad quality, so I'm not going to use that. I'm going to tightening those just from this angle to here, so I could follow easy, see the 90-degree angle by my eyes. I'm take a longer wrench because it's need a little bit more force. Then we need to go to third phase angle tightening, and I recheck from the Bible. The Bible says is angle tight further 90 degree. Stage 4 also angle tightening a further 90 degree. So the problem is if engine the vents start to rotate, you could see this easily. It's a 90 degree angle, and then I tightening it straight same way with the camshaft. So the first bolt like that. It's quite easy to see it, and not over tight. If it goes like that, then you just leave it a bit same here. Second. second. Yeah, like that. And this is third. 12. So the second one will be a little bit tight, and this bench is a little bit high for working, but I think it's fine. So fourth phase, and start from here. Third, fourth, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10, 11, 12. So this is start to be a little bit tight. So first second the last bolt.
How many have to do Satong?
Yeah, there is angle tightening. Now it should be the last. I get hot for this work, but now it's done. It's be locked as it should be. So that's it. I'm not happy to leave these holes open. So this is an injector's treats and glow plug treats. So I'm going to fit this in the hole, but and I have a new injectors. These are Bosch injectors, but made in India. But I don't have a socket. I cannot tightening these, so I could not install this yet. I can install this, but not tightening to the correct torque. And this one comes with the new injectors, and you should install this first to the hole. This is some kind of seal which goes against to the bore hole tapperet area. You see there is a tiny gap which allows this a little bit shrink together and make it a tight fit. I don't want to put too much oil here, but I'm not sure what I should use, but I take a little bit diesel and put a little bit new engine oil in, so it lubricates those washers a bit, so they could go to just a bit there and drop this on and check these are clean. I'm also put a bit of this oil to the treats, so I'm not very happy with the aluminum parts if there's no any kind of lubrication. So we leave this hand tight, and I took the old one off with this tool, 27 wrench, but I need to grind there off material. You see there is not much of space to turn. I could tightening it with this, but not for the correct. I'm just turn them bit. I want to tightening anything with torque wrench. The valve cover starts and put a little bit green treat lock, because this should not turn from the head side, it should stay on the place. I use a green thread lock, so and then we need to install another studs for the exhaust manifold. I got a new original Volkswagen breather cap and new seal there, but this valve cover seal I could not change this because it's glued together. I bought another one, but it's a wrong style, so this one should stay here. But I see the one thing, this flat area is sealing quite well with this original seal. I think there's not a problem, but here is this groove. So this groove have a little bit slack, so I going to put here, but not yet. This is not the final attachment, but later I'm going to put here just a little bit silicone, so it's going to seal better. But now I could leave this here just for the prevent for the dust. The studs are a bit different position, so that's why it was tight for the fitting exhaust manifold studs. I'm going to use again here this green thread lock, just a little bit, so we don't need these opens. I'm not sure how tight you could actually turn this, so that's why I use the thread lock. I'm just tightening a bit. I'm not want to broken anything and have that green thread lock, so the studs not turn out from there. Actually, you could not know how deep the thread is, so the hole is like that, so you don't want to crash the wall behind there. So we do just a small tightening. And this should stay there. Yeah, like that. Then the other side there is two studs. So I'm going to fit the exhaust manifold here. I'm not sure which way this gaskets should install, because the previous one has a similar this kind of soft material both sides. This have some kind of steel plate on other side. I'm going to fit this way. I'm not sure is it wrong way or correct way, because I think this is the machining surface. It's very flat, so better have this surface for the machine side, and this side what was sandblasted and a little bit rough. I think the soft material goes better together with that, and I think this is some kind of heat shield also, so I'm going to install it this way. My manifold, I put a little bit some oil here in this surface because it's very dry after the sandblasting. There's not any instruction which way those seals, gaskets should install. I think this could be here now. Seals are a little bit blocking way from the intake manifold gasket, but I can manage that. Then we have these thick washers. I'm going to put the rusty side to the manifold side. I'm already washed this with the ultra sound cleaner. Thus I could not access to all bolts with the torque wrench. And these bolts are some kind of locking nuts. Let's put them just hand tight first all, then try to torque them. Better if I have a new nuts, but I forget to order this and I'm not going to wait. tightening them to 25 newtons. The Bible says 25 for the exhaust manifold, but there's no torque for the intake manifold. Yeah, that's it. Then I should install this timing belt cover, and I see here is a one place crack, so there's missing one loop for the bolt, but it's not a problem. This was there as it was like this, and can handle like that. So I need to remove one bolt, which is this bolt, water pump bolt. Retightening it later, just undo it. Then now we have anything fine here in this end, so we just fit it here. I'm going to put a little bit street lock for this because I don't need the drop to inside timing belt. Then I need to recheck how much was the torque for the water pump. So I'm going to fit the timing belt. This is Continental kit, and the reason for this time it is I want to be able to rotate the engine, so that's why I'm going to fit this timing belt kit here. We have a lower dead center in the place, and the upper, it's not 100%, but it's about 95-97% precise. And when we get the flywheel on the place, we could set it 100%, but not yet. That's I'm going to do in the car when the engine is there. Now I'm fitted only, then I just need to lose a little bit this sprocket so I can turn it 100%, but now I'm going to put the timing belt so I'm able to rotate the engine. The rear end I'm going to install later when the engine is in the car, because I could not adjust everything right now. This is made from Romania. There's not the rotating, so I'm going to put it this way, what the signs are here. I hope I could install this without turning engine. Perhaps I need to install the upper first because it's a bigger wheel, and then the lower end. It's a bit tricky, but I'm going there. I can lose this a bit. Like this. Yeah, getting there. Getting there. The belt is on. The belt is on. I didn't turn the crankshaft. Yes, now I need to turn this to 100 Newton. Actually, I'm going to tightening this to 90 Newton. There is two kind of bolts. This is 10.9 grade bolt. This should tightening to 100 Newton, but I need to adjust it later. So I need to take it off once again. So I need this my new tool. I have a look. Do I able to manage to tightening it here without the turning the wheel? I don't have a help with me here, so now it is. It should stay there when I can rotate the engine, and then I could make a proper tightening in the car. I have this kind of tool, comes with the set, and there is that arrow behind the this puller. You should tightening it together with the second arrow behind, and you turn this tool and arrows together. So now it should be in the correct tight, and then turn this nut to 20 newtons. So I have a 20 newton here. I take a smaller key. I'm a little bit scared this tool. So let's check. This one is 20 newton. Yeah, it's okay now. So the timing belt end is on, and it should be correct height. So I put this idler back, and then I could rotate the engine. So now we have timing belt on here. So I think we are able to rotate the engine. I'm going to put this lubricate, which I use for the installing the engine, put this to the camshaft, and let's see what happens. Yeah, the bolt turn first. Now it should able to. I'm going to take off these glow plugs here, because the engine gets the compression. So now we should be able to rotate the engine without anything touched together. Yeah, nice. So this is my original vacuum pump, and it's Pierburg, Germany, but there is a Volkswagen logo, so I think it might be the original. And I bought this kind of set. This is for rebuilding, and let's see how it goes. I'm going to open this, disassemble this, and then put all parts to the ultrasound washing machine, and then building it with the new valves and new seals. So let's see how it goes. So let's install intake manifold. I needed a little bit cut gasket here because of the exhaust gasket comes a little bit on the way. So, and there was something where they cut this hole, something small pieces of gasket material comes off. So make sure you don't have anything like that which could cause a valve leaking. So make sure everything is clean. So, and now that's a little bit tricky to install this. Perhaps I should put a couple of bolts to the holes and install this gasket to the manifold side. Gasket is here and the bolts are on, so I need to try to fit this. So it's a bit tricky. There's no any kind of pin bolts. It could help you to install this. So, and now I need to see that seal is not in a tool layer. I don't know, is it good idea to install this here, but in the car there is not much of place for turning bolts, so that's why I think I want to install it here. Should be fine. Then we just tightening, and I don't know, there is no torque specifics for this. I'm tightening it 20 newtons. Yeah, and now we have washed all the parts of the vacuum pump, and we need to rebuild this now with the new seals and new gaskets and new valves. And I have this kind of Reparatursatsen. This is for the Unterdruckpumpe Reparatursatsen. You can see the parts number here, and here is new screws also. I need a little bit motor oil to put this together, lubricate the parts. I think the first thing is put together this spring and valve, this main valve. Let's fit this valve seal. So I take oil. This comes inside here, and then the new valve ring. And I think here's no any markings for which way is outside and which way inside, so it just goes like that. But this valve have this dots sign was the inside. Shaft seal goes straight to the hole, and it was this way. Not yet, but yeah, now it slopes. Then there is one tricky bit is how you can put this spring together. I need to compress this spring to this shaft length so I could bolt it back together and then install this valve on the place. This spring might be a bit tricky to put together. Let's see what happens. I'm lock it with the steel wires. To see if I could install this rod. It might be just able to install now. So I had a little bit issue here. This is the new valve spring, and it was too thick. Original was worn so thin, but the head was wide open like this. But the new one, the head goes quite nice together, but there was a problem. This was so thick I couldn't be able to install it here, because it should go head almost together, so it's able to install to this bore as you see. So now it could install, because there is this tiny slot. If you have this thick piston ring, you could not install it. It's not valve. It's like a valve or piston. I don't know what you could say. We should install this. There is two type of these O-rings. This is the thin one. It goes down to the hole here and then goes to this valve, and it goes this way. All another valves go another side, another way, but this valve should go this way in, and then this part which goes under the spring, and it holds the valve in the position. You should take this shaft and lubricate it, and this spring, and then this. And now my wires make a little bit trouble, so perhaps I need to bend those, and I hope they don't open. Now there is a tiny chance. Then I need to later be able to cut those off, but Let's see how we manage to do this. But I think it's just okay. And one washer goes this side, and then this valve O-ring back on, and then new piston ring. And now it's again, we have this O-ring on the place, so it could be very difficult to install. So I'm not able to install this new piston ring. I try to do anything. This is so soft material and it's could not go to correct position. This original have a little bit big slack here, empty caps, but what can I do? I should install this. I'm already try, and this is possible to install. This go quite nice, and the washer is now on the place too, so I think anything is now fine. If I'm able to push this inside enough, put the nut here. Yeah, that's it. And we have a valve here, and now we go to tightening this bolt. Then we cut off these springs. They are not quite easy to take off, but take your time, like this. So that took me lots of hours, about 4 hours, just assembling this one, because of I'm fighting with that too thick piston ring. But now it's on. So let's put the rest of it back together, and put a little bit lubricate to the treats, and this new hose fitting comes with the copper washer. So I think should be sealed. Just seating this rubber actually here. Then we take another side. And then this one valve comes here. Anything should be fine. All valves are correct orientation. Let's try. Yeah, it is okay. It is just fine. Oh, these are torque screws. Then we put this last seal and the shaft and install this to the car. I have this shaft here and I could see this end goes together with the camshaft and this end with the pump, vacuum pump. And I think this slot is here. It just rotates alone and it's for the lubricate. Put oil here to the shaft and I'm going to pour a bit of oil here into pump so it can lubricate it right away. We put the shaft. Yeah, it goes nice here and not any slack here. It goes very nice in here. Yeah, and I don't want to drop it. Then we put the pump. And we need to look at that seal so it's seated correct. Because it wants to pop out from the groove. So I think the seal is on the groove. And this also needs to tightening just to take off the slack. I need to take another tool. I can turn this. So, and what happens? I crack the vacuum pump. I could not bolt it in there. Everything should be same like original, and this is my original pump, but it's cracked. So I'm going to end this video here. Next video I'm going to install this engine to the car and gearbox. In this video I wanted to install the vacuum pump and I think the engine could be ready for the install, but I need to leave something for later. I need to go order parts and see you in next video. I hope you guys like this video and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel.
Thank you for watching and see you in next episode. And then install the pump. Now it should go all the way in without any resistance of the seal.